everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been away just a little while. I've had some family down. Some of my children came to visit and obviously I just spent time with them. We had great fun. There was walks involved, there was board games, there was a lot of chatting, lots of food. Yeah, so I had a lovely time with those, so I hadn't been making any videos, but I'm back now. I actually went off for a little trip to Cardiff. Go to Cardiff, twice a year maybe. I thought we'd go for a look round. I went with my youngest daughter. She was looking for an outfit for an event. Sadly, we didn't get one. What is it? It's like everything's really short. She wanted something classical, if you like, something smart, and everything was either very casual or very short. She's quite tall and she needed a longer dress, or it was just so sort of summery, flouncy, not sort of smart, if you know what I mean. So I think we went to every single clothes shop in Cardiff and we couldn't find anything. We were really disappointed. Yeah, it was really weird. I haven't been round the shops for quite a while, fashion shops, and I couldn't believe that the styles just seemed, there was nothing for like a smart event. And it wasn't just us, because she was trying on an outfit that sadly didn't suit. In one of the changing rooms there was another young girl there, and she was coming out and talking to her family, and she was obviously trying to find an outfit for a wedding, and she couldn't find anything either. She said everything was just frumpy or too short. So yeah, I don't know. So sadly she didn't get anything, so she's going to have to look online or something, but then you can't try it on, so I don't know. So it was a bit of a disappointing day in more ways than one. But on the plus side, I did spend the day with my daughter and we had a bit of a laugh with a few things, and we went around the clothes shops, and there was Peppa Pig was in town with her mum and their new baby, so we did see them, so that was quite exciting. So yeah, we had a lovely time in that way, but it was quite an eye-opener. Haven't been off for a while, and yeah, it was a bit disappointing in lots of ways. So anyway, I did get a few bits and pieces. I have not been off shopping much lately. I have really reined in my spending. I just haven't got the money. Everything's gone stupid money. I mean, ridiculous prices. You know, even in Primark. I hadn't been to Primark for ages, and when I was looking at the clothes, I was thinking, you want £10 for this? And it looks a bit skew whiff, and there was threads coming off it, and it was a bit of an odd material. I thought, and you still want a tenner for that? It's like, it was really weird. But that's the cost of living. I mean, I certainly couldn't make an outfit for that. So, but yeah, I really reined in my spending. So I just thought I'd show you what I've got and a few of the things that went wrong when we went on our shopping trip. So I did go to Primark because I was looking for a few things. I wanted some more pyjamas with the shorts and top, but they hadn't got those anymore. They're out, they're bringing in their winter things. I was a little bit late getting in there, so I didn't buy an alternative because that's what I went in for. So, and I wanted some socks, and I got myself a pack of socks, cotton rich, and these were £2.50. They will last me a long time. I'm very, very short of socks. I've got trainer socks, quite a few pairs of trainer socks, but now that the autumn's coming and I wear slightly different shoes, trainer socks sometimes shoes can rub and stuff, so I wanted the proper socks, so I got that from Primark. And the other thing I got from Primark was these candles. I'd bought a pack of these a little while ago, and for autumn they are so lovely, and I was going to put them in my candelabra for the autumn, and I had a candelabra given to me as a wedding gift years ago, but it's got 3 holes in it, 3 candle holders, and it's only a pack of 2, so I needed another candle. I was going to put just a different candle in there, but it wasn't looking quite right, so I thought, all right, I'm going to treat myself. They were £2.50 for the 2. I thought I'm going to get another pack so that I can put 3 the same lovely autumnal candles in my candle holder. I don't know whether I'll light them, whether I'll just put them there for show, or they'll be good for if we have a power cut. But yeah, so I got those, and that's what I got from Primark. I don't think I got anything else. Then I went into Matalan. Right, saga in Matalan. I have a voucher. I got given a Matalan voucher for Christmas, and I'd spent a little bit on it, but I still had some money left. So I'd seen this gorgeous set of canisters with like woodland animals on, and they had bowls in the same design, and coasters and everything, and I love my Woodland Avenue animals. And I thought, well, I'd get this with my voucher, which was a Christmas present. But when I got to the till, the voucher wouldn't work. I did have a few problems when I did spend money on a dress, but they just got the manager out and she went, oh, you just need to press this, this and this, and it was fine. But they wouldn't do that at this Matalan. The lady just went, no, it's not working. I think she was just expecting me to pay for the goods, but I said no. I said I put them back. I said, oh, I don't want them then, because I was getting them with my voucher. I hadn't got the spare money to get them with my money. So I was a bit disappointed, but I am going to look online, and I might even go back to the other Matalan where the lady got my voucher to work and see if they've got the same things there. But that will be in a couple of weeks' time. But the children were I did look online. They had lots of this Woodland Avenue I keep saying Avenue animals merchandise on there, and I think some of my children are saying, well, my birthday's in the autumn, they might get me some for my birthday, if it's not all covered by the voucher. But while I was in Matalan, you never had that problem with good old cash, do you? You don't have trouble with your cash not working. So all these modern vouchers, I've had trouble with vouchers before. I'm old enough. Does anybody remember postal orders? Do you remember when you were a kid and someone would send you, usually an elderly relation or something, would send you a postal order for your birthday, and it would be really exciting, and you had to cash it at the post office, but it cost you money to cash it. So say you had a postal order for £1, which in those days was a lot of money. I suppose it's like having a tenner today, but you'd have £1 and you'd be really excited, but you'd only end up with about 85 pence or something, because it would cost you 15p to cash the postal order at the post office. But you know, you could get some quite good stuff in those days for things like that. You could get like an Enid Blyton book, or a little outfit for your doll, or pencil cases or something, or plasticine. There was always these packs of plasticine, which if all else failed, you'd get one of those. Yeah, we used to get so excited getting something like that in those days, but I'm showing my age now. But if you remember a postal order, let me know. So, Matalan. The only thing I did buy in there, I was desperate for these. I'd bought these a few years ago and they lasted really well from there. And I wore and washed and wore and washed, and they just given up the ghost now. I think it lasted 3 or 4 years. And they're these leggings. And it's a pack of 2, and they're cotton. No, not cotton. Viscose. I thought it was cotton. Viscose rich, it says. They're quite a nice, they feel almost cottony, but it is a viscose mix. It makes them a bit hardier, I think. But they're like these thin leggings that look a bit like tights when you've got them on, but they're much more comfortable. Now, I wear a lot of jumper dresses and stuff like that. I don't need anything like that this year. I've got plenty. They've lasted so well. I've got loads of my jumpery type dresses. But I like to wear the leggings underneath because I find them just so much more comfortable than tights. They seem to fit better. And also then, because I sometimes put welly socks on, or if then I've got my slippers on, I've got thinner socks on, whatever. With tights, I found that the welly socks over the top felt a bit weird. So yeah, so I got these, and it's a pack of 2. It was £10. These will hopefully last me a good few years now, because the last packet did. So I got those ready for my autumn wear with my sort of jumper type dresses and things that I've got. So that was on my list. That was one of the things I went for with the socks, for being autumn ready. Now the cooler, wetter weather is coming. Very randomly, I bought this in Superdrug. It was £2, but I hadn't got anything suitable at home. I did have a look round. I got this. This is a bit of an odd one. In long term, it will save me money, and it's an investment for the future. And it's just a little squeezy bottle. But I have showers at work, and I wanted something I could just decant some shampoo in, because I've only got a very small space to keep stuff and big shampoo bottle in. It was just, I just needed something small. I looked and I hadn't got anything at home. I did try something and then it leaked, and I just thought, you know what, I know it's £2, but that is going to last quite a long time, and it's quite a good size, and it's got a nice big hole that I can be easy to squeeze the shampoo in. So I'm just going to decant some of my shampoo at home, my big bottle, into this bottle to keep at work in my little travel bag, so that I can wash my hair at the showers at work. and that saves me money at home because I use the work showers, which I've said in a previous video. If you've got the chance to do that, use their hot water, their electric, all that sort of thing. It can save you a lot of money. We've been very short of water because it's been so dry, and we're on a natural spring, so I've been showering at work as much as I can, so it's one less person using the water at home. So I got that. I thought they'd be about £1. They've now gone up to £2, but that's where I was, that's where I saw it, and it was a bit of a stressful day rushing around, and I'd had enough at that point. And then the only other shop I went and actually spent any money in was is it One Beyond? I think it used to be called One Below, and I had a little look. I thought they might be getting like their Halloween or their Christmas stuff in yet, but they hadn't yet. They still had summer stuff, but I had a few things on my list, which I got on my list. I needed some insoles for a pair of shoes. It was feeling a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm trying to make them last a bit longer. So this was £1, and this is for 2 pairs of insoles in there, and you just cut them to size. I've used this sort of thing before, and it works really well, so I've got those. I wanted some of these containers because I'm stewing lots of plums and lots of apples to freeze for the winter, so I needed more containers, and I saw these in there. It was £2.50 for 10, and because they're oblong shaped, they stack really well in the freezer. I'm pretty sure you can get them cheaper at Asda, because I remember last year or the year before I got some really nice ones from Asda, but I don't live anywhere near an Asda, and I wasn't going anywhere near an Asda, and I was just looking around and they had some there, and I need some, so I got those for now. If I do go anywhere near an Asda, I will have a look and see, because the ones I got from there are really good. But in the meantime, I got those. I know it's plastic. Those people worried about plastic, in an ideal world, yes, it would be glass or something, but I don't live in an ideal world. I haven't got the money to be, because I need loads and loads of them, and I haven't got the money right now. It's something I might look into in the future, but hopefully they'll be fine, and they're going to be frozen, and then they're going to be used within a year, so hopefully that'll be okay. Then I got some of this twine. I was really looking at the garden stuff to see if they had any offers. This was £1 for a really big ball of this natural twine. I get through a lot of this with the garden, and I'd run out. I was down to the last little bit, so for the new season for next year, I thought, right, I'll get that while I'm here, and then it's ready, because sometimes you start doing jobs in the garden before all the gardening stuff comes out. So yeah, so I thought I'd get that. And on that note, I saw these. I'd looked for some of these this year, couldn't find any. These were garden netting, and it's 6 meters times 4 meters. And these were £2. So I bought 2. I would have liked to have bought more, but I just didn't have it in the budget. But they're the 6 meters by 4 meters, and this is the size I was looking for. And this garden netting, I could only find really small netting this year that was just, I mean, you couldn't fit it over anything. So I'm having a revamp in the garden this sort of winter, ready for the spring, and I thought that would be really handy ready for the spring. So I got 2 of those, £2 each. So that was again, because you sometimes start revamping or doing stuff in the garden before the garden stuff comes out, and I thought, well, I saw it there and it was what I wanted. If I'd had the extra money, I would have bought a couple more, but I will make do with what I've got. And that was that. That was I spent the whole day in Cardiff. That's what I came back with. My daughter sadly didn't come back with a dress. Yeah, but she'll hopefully find something somewhere else. But yeah, it was a bit of an odd trip and a bit of an eye-opener with how much things are now costing. I was going around shops and looking at stuff, and in the past they would have been a lot less, and you might have treated yourself to little bits and bobs. I was like, no, I'm not paying that for that. I'm not paying that for that. I'll just do without that. I'll make do for this. I've got a voucher. I wanted to get some walking boots in Sports Direct. They used to do a huge range of walking boots. They haven't got any there at the moment, not in the Sports Direct there. Or if they did, I didn't see them, because it's, I don't know, it seems to be in a bit of an odd order. Probably because I'm just not used to going there. I hadn't been there for ages. Maybe they'll bring them out for the winter. Maybe the winter stock hasn't come in, so I will keep an eye out. I like to try things on. I don't like to get a lot of things online. if it's clothing, I like to try it on because I've got, especially footwear, I've got very odd shaped feet. So I was a bit disappointed, so I couldn't get my Matalan stuff because my voucher didn't work. Couldn't get any boots, walking boots. I'm desperate for those. My old ones I've had to get rid of. They really hurt my feet. They had them for quite a long time, and they get wet and dried and worn and every day, and yeah, they were just in the right state. So but I have got a voucher I got given, which I'm keeping. I didn't buy anything else with it. I thought, no, I need walking boots. That's what I'm going to get with it. I'm just going to look. It is one of those vouchers you can use in several shops, so I'm going to have a look somewhere else. But I am going to keep an eye in case Sports Direct gets some in for the winter. So I was very disappointed. Didn't get those either. My daughter didn't get her dress. But it was quite nice to have a look around some different shops for a change, and it's made me realise that, yeah, things have gone so expensive that I will be doing without a lot more stuff, I think, in time to come. I was hoping to get some stuff for my prepper pantry as well. I was hoping to get some wind-up torches or something, but I just didn't have time. And I think looking at the way the shops go, and it will probably be cheaper to look online, sadly, than to sort of get things on the high street, because, you know, we're all trying to make that money stretch. So I will be having a look into that, ready for the winter. And that was it. That was my disastrous shopping trip. But it was, you know, not all bad, shall we say. It wasn't all bad, and the company was great. So, you know, it was lovely to spend. It's lovely to spend time with your family anyway, regardless. So, yeah, and we, you know, we had quite a bit of fun, and, you know, saw Peppa Pig and everything. So, you know, what more could you ask for, really? So, and we had something to eat as well. That was looking at some of the prices. There's loads of food vans everywhere, and I was just looking. I was thinking, oh my word, that is just ridiculous price. I mean, it's like, I don't know how people have the money. You know, it's like, you know, £10 for a fancy pancake, basically, type of things. Or I was looking at the prices for, like, you know, £8 for a couple of donut sticks or something. So we didn't buy any of that. Yeah, it was quite an eye-opener. I haven't been off for a while. So yeah, we will be pulling in our belts, and we will be being extra frugal. So join me next time for hopefully a bit of prepping coming up. I'm in the middle of stewing lots of fruit for the freezer, and I'm keeping a really big eye on those prices.